A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everybody, welcome to A+ English. I'm Kat.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're talking about some bad luck.
Bad juju, bad hoodoo. You had some bad luck today.
Yes, I did.
When I came into work today, Kat was a little unhappy. She'd been out for lunch, gone for a nice stroll, from the restaurant back here. And you brought a little friend back with you on your shoes.
It was not a friend, and it was only on one shoe, but it was some dog poop.
Dog poop. That's bad luck.
It was pretty bad luck.
Right? I mean, that's the kind of thing that happens once in a while. And often when you step in the dog poop, or when you hit your head, or when you miss the bus, you're like, why am I having this bad luck?
Yeah, exactly. And I wonder if it has something to do with numbers. Because when I think of bad luck, I think, bad things come in threes. So if 3 bad things happen, I say, no more bad things can happen right now.
Okay, so you stepped in your poop.
Yep.
And then did you have 2 other bad things happen?
I hit my finger on the door and it really hurt.
Okay, that's number 2.
I was also late.
I guess that's kind of like 3 things. And of course, 3 might be an important number here. But is it as important as some other numbers? Like maybe the number 13 or maybe the number 4. Well, that depends on where you come from and what part of the world you're in. And we're going to be learning all about that.
That's right.
So let's check it out.
Okay.
Culture shock!
Unlucky numbers, unlucky days.
Simon is looking at a calendar.
Friday the 13th is this week.
That's an unlucky day in the UK, right?
That's right. I don't believe it's really unlucky, but some people do. My nan does.
Simon remembers his grandmother.
It's Friday the 13th. I'm not going outside today. Something terrible could happen.
The memory ends.
We can go outside, though.
Why is Friday the 13th an unlucky day?
People have many different ideas. No one can agree on the real reason. It's an old tradition, though.
And the number 13 is unlucky as well, right?
Yes, in the UK. In Italy, though, it's a lucky number.
They get to number 13 on the street. It's a coffee shop.
Shall we get some coffee?
Sure.
A man comes out of the coffee shop and walks into Simon. He drops his cup of hot coffee on Simon's legs.
Ow! That's really hot!
How unlucky.
Word power!
Though. I want to go to the movies with you. I don't have enough money for the ticket, though. I want to go to the movies with you. I don't have enough money for the ticket, though. Agree. My brother thinks his homework isn't important, but I don't agree. My brother thinks his homework isn't important, but I don't agree. Number. Debbie chose to stay in room 21 at the hotel because it's her lucky number. Debbie chose to stay in room 21 at the hotel because it's her lucky number. Coffee. Coffee. Jim likes to drink hot coffee to keep him from falling asleep. Jim likes to drink hot coffee to keep him from falling asleep.
认识字汇
Unlucky.
All right, so actually we're going to be reading a dialogue for the next couple of days. But yeah, it's all about bad luck, good luck, and superstitions.
Right.
Superstitions are those sort of magical things that people sometimes believe or not. And they kind of think, you know, if I do this, I will have good luck. If I don't do this, I will have bad luck. You know, it could be wearing your lucky socks. It could be certain special numbers, doing things in a certain way. And as we mentioned, they are different around the world. So let's find out more. It begins by telling us Simon is looking at a calendar. Okay,
so we're back with Simon and Lucia.
I guess we are.
Okay.
And he's looking at a calendar, so he must be trying to figure out what day it is or something like that, right? Yeah, anyway, so Simon begins the dialogue by looking at the calendar and then he says, Friday the 13th is this week. Aha, okay. So if you're a fan of scary movies, you might have heard of the Friday the 13th movies. But there's much more to it than that. We're going to find out all about Friday the 13th, why it's lucky or unlucky. Generally, it is very unlucky, right? Friday the 13th. Some people might not fly on an airplane on that day. Or they might be worried if they have an exam or a doctor's appointment on that day. They're looking for bad luck because it's both Friday and the 13th day of the month. It's a weird superstition, but a very common one. We'll find out more after our magic box. So let's go do that now because it'll bring us good luck.
I hope so.
And then when we come back, only good things will happen. We promise.
Magic Box 找亮点。
What day is today? 今天是礼拜几啊？哎呀，为什么要问礼拜几？因为啊，我每天都在数日子哦。自从呢我的手被彼得潘切断以来，已经过了3452天，我一定要报仇。所以今天到底是礼拜几啊？哈，什么？你竟然不知道礼拜几的英文怎么说？那就让我胡船长大发慈悲告诉你吧。英文里面的星期几哦，在认识他们之前呢，要先记得一件事情：一个礼拜7天呢，每一天的开头都是大写，千万别写错了。那么我们星期一呢，就是 Monday， 星期二 Tuesday， 星期三 Wednesday， 星期四 Thursday。星期五 Friday， 比方说呢，你有没有听过 TGIF？ 就是 Thank God it's Friday， 总算是礼拜五啦。星期六呢，我们就说 Saturday， 星期天呢，则是 Sunday。提醒大家哦，很常的看到月历上面会简写哦，比方说呢，礼拜一 Monday 就会写成 MON 去前面3个字母，所以呢，下次看到就要记起来喽。除了星期几之外，年月日怎么说啊？哎呀，我就大发慈悲一起补充给你啦。首先呢，年份我们通常会把西元年拆成2个部分来念，比方说像西元1997年呢，我们就会拆成19加上97，所以呢就会直接念 1997。西元734年呢，则拆成7加上34，念作呢 734， 或是呢，你也可以依照数字来念了 734， 也是没有错的念法。那2000年以后呢，我们现在呢可以分成2010之前和之后。之前的话呢，我们就直接说2000几，比方说呢，西元2004年，我们就念作呢 2004。2010之后的呢，你就可以说2000多少，跟刚刚一样的用法。比方说呢，2010呢，你就可以念作 2010， 或者是依照我们前面的规则拆成20加10哦，把它拆成2个部分，念作呢 2010。再来呢，几月几日的念法呢？日期呢，我们就要用到一个东西叫做序数。序数呢，就是要数第1个、第2个，所以在英文里面呢，不是5月23号，而是5月的第23天这样子的概念咯。 May 23rd。注意到呢，我们这个23哦，不是念 23，而是要念成 23rd。中文啊，我们呢都说年月日，但是呢，在美国要写成日月年了。比方说呢 ，July 4th，OK，1776，OK，1776年的7月4号。所以咯，下次再问你 What day is today， 或者是呢 What is today's date？ 今天星期几？今天几月几号？你可要回答出来呀。
All right, so we're back. Yes, Simon was looking at the calendar and he noticed that this month, Friday the 13th, is up there. It's going to come soon.
You know, last September, we had Moon Festival on the same day as Friday the 13th.
Was that Friday the 13th?
It was. So there was a full moon and an unlucky day.
Something bad happened to me that day.
Really?
All the restaurants were full. I couldn't have barbecue on Friday.
Well, I guess that was probably because of the holiday.
I only called them the day before, so it was probably more bad thinking than bad luck. But there you go. I didn't get my barbecue.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Well, Simon says it's Friday the 13th now, too. So Lucia tells him, oh, she has a question. Oh, that's an unlucky day in the UK, right? So she's asking if it's unlucky. Now, when we use the prefix un, U-N, that means not. So if it's unlucky, it means it's not lucky. It's bad luck. So a lot of bad things could happen to you, or it could be kind of dangerous for some reason.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, some people might avoid or stay away from certain activities on that day, like traveling or something like that. So she was checking to find out, is that true in the UK? Friday the 13th is unlucky? And so Simon replies and he tells her that's right. She's correct. It is an unlucky day for people in the UK. But then Simon explains, I don't believe it's really unlucky, but some people do. So there you go. Superstitions are kind of like religion. Certain people believe in it a lot, certain people a little, certain people believe in this, certain people believe in that. But it is a thing, right? Some people do believe that Friday the 13th is unlucky.
Right. So I guess we would say that if we don't want to say the same verb again.
Exactly.
All right. So who does believe that Friday the 13th is unlucky? Well, Simon says, my nan does. So he's talking about his grandmother here. He's remembering his grandmother. And nan is one of the many, many words we have for grandmother or grandma in not only the UK, but the US and Canada. There we have like grandma, grandmother, nana, Gma, Mima. What else?
Gma and Mima?
I call my grandmother Gma.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. All right. And then for grandfather, of course, you could say grandfather, but that's sort of formal. Grandfather, may I have a cookie, please? Sounds a little, formal and a little too official. So you might call him granddad, grandpa, pops, gramps, peepaw, like Meemaw. Heard, that's in the southern U.S., right?
Oh,
People
that's very
say
cute.
Peepaw and Meemaw. Anyways,
and Meemaw.
These are all different terms. You could also just call them Bob or Joe or Mary or Susan. But that might be a little weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get back to our dialogue. So, Simon was thinking about his grandma and how she used to believe, or she believes, that Friday the 13th is a bad day. So now we kind of cut to her, and this is how she would react if she looked at a calendar and saw that unlucky date. It's Friday the 13th. I'm not going outside today. Something terrible could happen. That's my Meemaw voice. So she's like, looks at the calendar. She thinks it's a very unlucky day. So she avoids certain things. In this case, she stays away. She won't go outside because, I don't know, a tree could fall on her. She'll get hit by lightning.
Yeah. Or she'll turn into a werewolf.
She'll turn into a werewolf, possibly. But anyway, she believes it's bad luck. It's an unlucky day. Stay home. Stay safe.
Okay, so going on with the article, of course, the memory ends. So Simon is now back in the present. And he says, we can go outside, though.
Oh, that's good.
So, I mean, he doesn't believe that it's that unlucky, so he thinks it's fine. And here we see our first vocab word, our first word power word. We've got though. And this is a funny spelling. It's T-H-O-U-G-H. We don't hear the G-H, but we say though.
So we don't say thug?
No, we don't say thug.
Thug. Okay,
no. All right. It's an adverb, so let's find out what though means. All right. When we're talking about the word though, it's a word a little bit like but. It shows how the last sentence is different from the one before it. So Simon's Nan doesn't want to go outside. She thinks it's an unlucky thing. But Simon and Lucia can, because he doesn't believe it's bad luck. So if we want to find another way to say, but Simon and Lucia can go outside, we can also say, Simon and Lucia can, though. However, we can also use though at the beginning of a sentence. So we could say, my Nan doesn't like going outside, though we can go outside. You could also say although. If you add al to the beginning of though, you get although. Now, though is one of those really nice words, goes at the beginning or the end of the phrase you are trying to show is different. Now, here's an example sentence. I want to go to the movies with you. I don't have enough money for the ticket, though. I want to go to the movies with you. I don't have enough money for the ticket, though. And that means, but I don't have enough money for the ticket. So Simon and Lucia are outside. They are having a walk, aren't they?
They are. They are brave. They're going outside on Friday the 13th. So we see that they are walking on the street. I hope nothing bad happens. Anyway, Lucia, she says, why? Why is Friday the 13th an unlucky day? Now, this is a good question. If this is dangerous and unlucky, if we can't do this, can't go there, why?
Yeah, well,
explain, please.
Simon has kind of an answer, but kind of doesn't. He says, people have many different ideas. No one can agree on the real reason. It's an old tradition, though.
No one ever agrees on any of those old traditions.
That's right. So agree here as our second word power word, and we're going to find out what is agree, A-G-R-E-E, agree. It's a verb. Let's find out what it means. When you agree on something or agree with someone about something, it means you have the same idea and you say the same thing is true or you think the same thing. If you can't agree on something, like if people can't agree on the reason why Friday the 13th is a bad day, an unlucky day, it means different people believe different things about it. They disagree, which is the opposite of agree. So, for example, many people in Taiwan agree 4 is unlucky, but not many people in the US agree with that. As we said, agree with somebody or something means think the same thing. So here's an example sentence. My brother thinks his homework isn't important, but I don't agree. My brother thinks his homework isn't important, but I don't agree, which means I think his homework is important. Yeah, so so they don't agree on the reason that it's unlucky.
Interesting. All right. And what about the number? And the number 13 is unlucky as well. Right? So Lucia, she's heard this before from other places. Yeah, it's true. The number 13, even when it's not Friday the 13th, is considered an unlucky number. Since we're talking about superstitions and numbers, let's look at this word number. It's a noun and it's spelled N-U-M-B-E-R. The word is number. What is a number? What is a number? It's very hard to explain. Well, 1, a number is something used in counting. 2, a number is something used in math. 3, a number is something that goes up or down in value depending on where we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are numbers. We use them for counting. We use them for math. They're like letters, but for math, not for writing things, but for counting things and adding things and doing math things. For example, Debbie chose to stay in room 21 at the hotel because it's her lucky number. For Debbie, the number 21 is a lucky number. Debbie chose to stay in room 21 at the hotel because it's her lucky number. All right, so yeah, I think a lot of people would agree that in many places the 13 is an unlucky number. I think
unlucky, yeah.
a lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah, so Simon says yes. in the UK. In Italy, though, it's a lucky number. So not everybody agrees on the same, whether it's unlucky or lucky.
Interesting. All right. So let's go back to the article. And then we see a picture, and it shows that they get to the number 13 on the street. So here's a building or an address using the number 13, and it's a coffee shop. All right. So once they see that, Lucia doesn't seem too worried about going to the coffee shop. She says, "Shall we get some coffee? Do you want to get some coffee?" is basically what she's asking Simon. We'll find out his answer after we talk about this word coffee. It's a noun and it's spelled C-O-F-F-E-E. Coffee. All right, well, what is coffee? Well, generally when people use this term, they're thinking of a hot drink, sometimes a cold drink, but generally a hot drink that is made using the beans of the coffee plant. They took these little beans and then they roast them, they dry them out so they get this strong flavor, crush them up, mix them with hot water, and hey, presto, you have coffee, you have cappuccino, espresso, macchiato, all those kinds of things. You can have your coffee with milk, with sugar, or black with ice, however you want it. Coffee is a very popular drink. It gives people a bit of energy, and it's often something they will have for breakfast or in the morning. For example, Jim likes to drink hot coffee to keep him from falling asleep. Jim likes to drink hot coffee to keep him from falling asleep. Wake up, Jim. Come on. So, Lucia was asking if Simon wanted to have some coffee.
Right. How do you like your coffee?
Black.
I like lattes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just some milk, no sugar.
Yeah, no sugar.
All right. So Simon says, sure. Means, yeah, let's get some coffee. And they start going to the coffee shop. But then, something happens. A man comes out of the coffee shop and walks into Simon.
Oh, no. Oh.
He drops his cup of hot coffee on Simon's legs.
My new white pants.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's terrible. So the man hits Simon, bumps into him, probably by accident, but unfortunately the coffee goes flying. It goes all over Simon. And of course, hot coffee is not comfortable to get on your skin. So Simon says, ow, which is what people say when they get hurt.
Ow.
And then he says, that's really hot, because no one understands that the coffee is hot. No, of course they do. It's just something you say when you're shocked and surprised and in pain.
Yeah, and so what does Lucia say when she sees somebody spill coffee all over Simon? Well, she says, how unlucky.
Oh, she doesn't laugh and point?
Yeah, but she doesn't ask him if he's okay.
That's true. She doesn't. She's just like, wow, you have bad luck.
Yeah, well, I hope Simon's okay, but we're going to have to find out tomorrow because that's the end of day one.
You mean the ambulance that takes him to the hospital isn't ambulance 13?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out on day 2. Right now, let's go to our review time.
13 skin grafts?
Wait for it. It's review time. 复习时间到喽。
Okay, so for our review time today, we're going to play a little game of word association.
Okay.
Which means that you're going to have to say one word at a time that is like the word you're thinking, but isn't the word you're thinking.
Oh my gosh. All right. This is a little hard because our words for today there aren't a lot of options for some of these words that we had today.
That's true, but you can say any other kind of word.
Okay, I go first. I go first.
Go.
But, however, on the other hand.
Though. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. I guess I will go next. Math. Counting. Letters?
Things I don't like to do. Ooh,
calculating.
Counting. Number.
Yeah.
You use a number to do all of those things. Math, calculate.
Very good, very good.
To have the same opinion.
Hey, one word.
One word.
One word.
To accept.
Accept.
To... Can I use 2 words? To go along?
Go along, okay. Agree?
To agree, right. If you accept it, you agree. I think that's okay. I think the same thing. I agree.
Okay. Well, I think I get the easiest one.
What do you mean the easiest one?
Because there's so many names for it.
Okay.
Mocha, latte, macchiato, black,
Well,
cold brew.
Those are names of forms of it, but they're all made with coffee.
Yes.
There you go.
All right.
You forgot cake.
Oh, cake. Yeah, coffee cake.
Yeah,
Very
that can
good.
be good too. All right, guys, that's it for today, but that's not it for superstitions. So make sure you have 13 pairs of socks on, and you might want to wear 4 pairs of pants.
Oh my goodness.
That's
I think
a lot
that
of clothes, but those numbers will be important tomorrow. So please come back and join us for that. We promise you nothing bad will happen to you between now and then.
Right.
Nothing.
All right. Nothing at all.
Absolutely nothing bad will happen. And if it does,
yeah, cross your fingers.
blame Kat. See ya.
All right, bye.
Culture shock!
Unlucky numbers, unlucky days.
Simon is looking at a calendar.
Friday the 13th is this week.
That's an unlucky day in the UK, right?
That's right. I don't believe it's really unlucky, but some people do. My nan does.
Simon remembers his grandmother.
It's Friday the 13th. I'm not going outside today. Something terrible could happen.
The memory ends.
We can go outside, though.
Why is Friday the 13th an unlucky day?
People have many different ideas. No one can agree on the real reason. It's an old tradition, though.
And the number 13 is unlucky as well, right?
Yes, in the UK. In Italy, though, it's a lucky number.
They get to number 13 on the street. It's a coffee shop.
Shall we get some coffee?
Sure.
A man comes out of the coffee shop and walks into Simon. He drops his cup of hot coffee on Simon's legs.
Ow! That's really hot!
How unlucky.
Word power!
Though. I want to go to the movies with you. I don't have enough money for the ticket, though. I want to go to the movies with you. I don't have enough money for the ticket, though. Agree. My brother thinks his homework isn't important, but I don't agree. My brother thinks his homework isn't important, but I don't agree. Number. Debbie chose to stay in room 21 at the hotel because it's her lucky number. Debbie chose to stay in room 21 at the hotel because it's her lucky number. Coffee. Jim likes to drink hot coffee to keep him from falling asleep. Jim likes to drink hot coffee to keep him from falling asleep.
认识字汇。
Unlucky.